The Seamless Coop mod has been updated to work with the Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree update and DLC. In my previous video, I showed you how to install it for the vanilla gameplay experience, but what happens if you want to play multiplayer Elden Ring with your friends with mods? Well, that's what this video is for. Let's go ahead and do it. In the description down below, you'll find a link to the Elden Ring Seamless Coop Discord, where you can find information on everything from errors to FAQ and more. This guide is mostly going to follow along with the Seamless modding channel over here, but there is tons more information here if you get stuck anywhere along the process. So let's go ahead and begin. In order to install the Seamless Coop mod with other mods, you'll need to first of all make sure you and your friends have a clean installation of Elden Ring. Remove all of the mods that you can just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, as you and your friends will all need to install the same exact version of every mod that you install and have the same mods. This way, everything is compatible and should work properly. Assuming you have a clean install, let's start by installing the Elden Ring mod loader. In the description down below, you'll find the Elden Ring mod loader. Head across here, click Manual in the top right, and Slow Download. Do note you will need to be signed in, but the account on Nexus Mods is free. Open up the zip, and we'll need to extract this to our game folder. So, find Elden Ring, right-click, Manage, and browse local files in Steam. Then, open up the game folder, and inside of here, we'll be dragging and dropping all of the files from this zip into this folder and replacing if necessary. Now we've installed the Elden Ring mod loader. Next up, we need to install the Seamless Coop mod. Once again, down below you'll find a link. Click Manual in the top right and Slow Download, followed by opening up the zip when it's done downloading. Now, with this, once again, you'll be dragging it across into your Elden Ring game folder, just like that. Replace if necessary. Find the Seamless Coop folder that we just dragged into here. Open this up, and you'll find two files, which are the DLL and the settings file for the Elden Ring Seamless Coop. Open up the settings.ini file with a text editor like Notepad. Then, scroll to the very bottom and make sure that your co-op password here is set. So I'll set it as, for example, this. We'll save it and close it. You and all of your friends need to be following along with all of the steps so far. This password needs to be exactly the same on your system and your friends' systems as well in order to join each other. Select both the settings file and the DLL file and Ctrl-C to copy them. Head back a folder and open up your mods folder. If you don't have one, create a new folder called mods. Opening it up, paste the two files that we just copied into here, the ERSC DLL and settings file. I already have a few mods in here, but you can easily zip these up and send them to friends so that they can have the exact same versions of the exact same mods as well. Anyways, at this point, you can customize these settings to better match your playstyle with scaling and a few other things, but that is your preference. Then, we'll need to head back a folder into the main folder of Elden Ring, being the game folder, and we'll create a brand new folder called Mod Engine 2. Capital M, capital E, number 2, no spaces. Open this up, and now we'll need to download Mod Engine 2. You'll find a link in the description down below to this page over here. Scroll down and select the latest Mod Engine zip. Open up the zip, open up the folder inside of it, and you should see all of these different files. Drag and drop them out into the Mod Engine 2 folder that we just created. So, game Mod Engine 2, no spaces, and drop them all in here. Close the zip, and now, if you want to make life a bit more simple, select Launch Mod eldenring.bat, hold Alt, and drag this to your desktop to create a shortcut. We'll be renaming this something like Elden Ring Co-op with mods. Now, at this point, all you need to do is launch mod eldenring.bat at least once in order to generate required files. So there we go, it's launched, and now we can just quit out of it. Now to actually install mods. Once again, if you get confused, you'll find the Discord page linked down below. On the Seamless Modding tab, you'll find these threads over here that are super important, and that we'll be stepping through now. So, if the mod that you downloaded has many files and folders inside of it, open up your Mod Engine 2 folder in your game folder, create or enter the mod folder as such, and inside of here, you'll be dragging and dropping all of the required files for your mod, for example, all of these ones over here. If, for some reason, mods override other existing files, make sure that you are installing them in the correct order that the mod developer says. Then, if your mod contains modified assets like textures and models, they'll only be loaded for yourself. To show these assets to other players, copy the file and append _lowercase l to the end of it. For example, renaming this to hdm_l.partsbnd.dcx. Just a quick example. Then, once you've done all of these steps, your mod that has many files and folders should be working properly. Just make sure that you and your friends follow the exact same installation steps for these mods that you install. Then, let's talk about DLL file mods. In order to install these, once again, you'll be heading to your Elden Ring game folder, and this time you'll be opening the mods folder. If you don't have a mods folder, you should, as we previously dragged ERSC into here, and drop your DLL mods in here, such as skipping intros, ultra-wide fixes, etc. And if your mod has a generic name like dinput8.dll, as it's supposed to be dropped next to the main exe, usually we have a mod loader, so you can rename those generic DLLs to be something like the modname.dll. Then, if your mod has its own unique launcher, things can get a bit confusing. Essentially, mod loaders are usually just the mod engine 2 or a DLL injector wrapped in some kind of exe. We won't be using the original mod loader launchers. Instead, you'll need to open up the mod files and choose one of these methods. So for example, if we're playing Elden Ring Ascended, it comes prepackaged with mod engine 2. What we need to do is open the mod folder of it and install it as shown here. So my mod contains many files and folders. Copy it to your mod engine 2 mod folder. So game mod engine 2 mod folder, and drop all of the files in here. Then, in order to actually play the modded game, so Elden Ring Ascended for example, you'll need to launch the modded bat file that we just created, which was mod engine 2 followed by launch mod Elden Ring. Then things should work properly. You're using something like Elden Ring FPS, which comes with a DLL injector. You'll have to take the contents of the mod folder and install it as shown here, which was in the game folder. Open up the mods folder and drop the DLLs in here. So instead of running a different program to modify the original game, you'll instead be moving the mods DLL files into here and launching your game through mod engine 2 followed by launch mod Elden Ring, for example. Now, if your mod contains a regulation.bin file, they can be installed like any other mod engine 2 mods, which once again is opening your game folder, mod engine 2 followed by mod, and dropping the files in here. And now, finally, what if your mod is a randomizer? Well, the steps are a bit more in-depth. Open your game folder, so this one over here. Then we'll need to extract our randomizer into it, so as such. Then we'll need to enter the randomizer folder and run the Elden Ring randomizer. We'll need to apply our settings and customize it to be how we want, then give it our mod engine's mod folder path. So in order to fill in this section down here, you'll need to head into your Elden Ring game folder followed by mod engine 2 and mod. Right-click at the very top and choose copy. Then you'll be pasting it into here. Then we can randomize items and enemies, then choose options in the top over here and save options to file. We can then send the file to our playmates and they'll need to load it and follow the same steps as we did above. So that was the mod folder path, randomizing, etc. Then we'll all need to launch Elden Ring from the randomizer UI to launch the game. So that's in here, followed by launch Elden Ring over here. A little bit more confusing, but if you're having any issues with this particular method, which is a little bit confusing, you'll find a link to the Elden Ring Seamless Coop Discord down below. Finally, an uninstallation guide for Elden Ring Seamless Coop with mods. Before uninstalling, it's possible to disable the mod loader, allowing us to run the vanilla Elden Ring copy or Seamless Coop standalone in vanilla with no permanent changes to our setup. To do so, go to the game folder and rename this file to something else, which will stop our mod loader working. So if we head to Elden Ring followed by game, we'll scroll down until we find dinput8.dll. Rename this to anything else, so putting an underscore before it, a dot at the very end, or anything like that. It should change the file name, allowing it to not be detected and loaded. Now, should you want to completely uninstall our mods and the Seamless Coop mod, you'll need to delete the mod engine 2 folder, mods, Seamless Coop, dinput8, and modloaderconfig.ini. Also, of course, if we used a randomizer, delete that as well. So, in our game folder, select mod engine 2, hold Ctrl to select different files, randomizer, mods, Seamless Coop, dinput8, or if you renamed it, whatever you renamed it to, as well as, finally, the mod loader config and optionally mod loader log. Delete all of these files and your game should be reverted to its original default state. That's it. Now you know how to run Seamless Coop with mods as well. Just a quick note, as you will need exactly the same files as your friends, it's a good idea to share this video with them so they have the exact same installation installation steps, and if you're going to be installing any mods, make sure they do it in the exact same way. So if you start with some kind of intro skipper, do that first, then a widescreen manager or anything like that, one mod to the next, so everyone has the exact same process and ends up with the exact same files in the same way. That way, compatibility should be maximized and everyone should be able to play the game as they hope. Before we're able to play our game, there's a few more things that we need to do. First of all, open the game folder, followed by Seamless Coop, where we previously copied these two files. Copy the locale folder as well, and head into the mods folder where we'll be pasting it here alongside the DLL and settings file we copied earlier. This is to prevent any issues that could arise. Then we need to make sure that the mods are loaded in the correct order. So scroll down until you find modloaderconfig.ini. Open this with any text editor. If you don't have it, head into the mod engine folder, followed by running the launch mod Elden Ring over here. Once you have this mod loader config, open this with any text editor, and inside of here, under the load order brackets, make a new line and type in exactly ersc.dll space equals space followed by -10. The lower the number or the further into the negatives, the earlier a mod is going to be loaded. We want this mod to be loaded before absolutely anything else. So -10 is what we use here. Save the file and close it. Now you should be able to launch Mod Engine 2 followed by launch mod Elden Ring over here to launch your modded game with Seamless Co-op. If for some reason you load into the game and either your mods aren't working, which for me they currently are, or you visited a site of grace, sat down and picked up the new DLC items, if you don't get them the first time you sit down, or they've suddenly vanished from your inventory, then there could be an issue with the mod, which I think there is currently. I think there's just a small bug. What we need to do, at least for now, is instead of launching the game through the launch mod eldenring.bat file, as you should, you'll need to head back to the game folder, scroll down, and launch it using the ERSC launcher. This came with the original Seamless Co-op mod, and we dragged it in here earlier. So double-click this, and it should be loaded properly, hopefully with all of your mods as well. There may be a few small mod incompatibilities, but this is how I got it to work with both my normal mods as well as Seamless Co-op. I don't think this is the way that you're supposed to do it, but it does work for me, and it should work hopefully with most mods. So for example, I got the pop-up at the start there saying we're using Seamless Co-op, and when we get in game to sit at a site of grace, we should be given the items in order to host our world. Checking our inventory, they should all be here, which they are. Okay, so let me close the game and launch it with the ultra-wide mod just to show you that mods work as well and tell you how to host and join your friends with Seamless Co-op. So I fired up the game with a ultra-wide mod installed and of course the Seamless Co-op mod too, which we've just set up in this video. As you can see, ultra-wide is working as expected, which isn't normal function of the base game, and of course my uncapped FPS mod as well is working too. If you have any other custom mods installed, they should all be working as well, and of course we're in the new DLC area. What we need to do now is find a grace, touch it to activate it, and sit at a site of grace. Now we should be given all of our items that we need in order for Seamless Co-op to work properly. So we can skip through all of these here, and just like that, I sat down again, but we have not only mods working, but we also now have the Seamless Co-op mod working too. So in our inventory, the same as the vanilla Seamless Co-op mod, which I've just covered, we'll have a tiny great pot, which we can use in order to bring up another menu to open our world to Wanderers. That allows you to host a game for your friends. Then your friends need to head across to a site of grace, pick up the new modded items, head to inventory, and they'll have an effigy of Melania, which they can use, and by doing so, assuming they have the same password in their configuration file, they should immediately join your server and be able to play with you. That's it. It's super simple. Finally, the other one is the challenges linchpin, which we can use to join a different world as a malicious wanderer, which is great. That's it. The mod should now work, as you hope, with other mods as well, as you can see here. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. My name's been Troubleshoot, and a special thank you to Superior Emerald for being an ultimate supporter. I'll see you all next time. Ciao.